Hey everyone, and welcome back to We're Talking About. My name is Kaley Gray. Happy 2024. I cannot believe it. It is a brand new year. And I am so thankful that you, if this is your first time listening or you have been with me since the beginning, thank you for following me along on this journey. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this podcast. And you can also watch it on my YouTube channel, Kaley Gray. So, with that, this is super exciting. I don't think I ever really announced that on my YouTube channel. I hit 1,000 subscribers in 2023. So that was super exciting. That was a goal that I had started when I had started YouTube over 4.5 years ago. And so it definitely took me a lot longer to get there than I thought. But I just I can't believe it. I'm so thankful. So I really appreciate you guys doing this and just the feedback and encouragement from people. It's usually, just somebody just saying something or saying something to my mom, just how they enjoy watching my content. It just makes me so happy. So thank you so much just for being here. And I love it. I love that I get to do what I'm doing. And so I figured I haven't really done a life update Q&A for a while. And so I went out on my social media. So if you're not following me on Instagram or something like that, you should follow me. And so you can stay connected with me. I asked you guys what you wanted to know. And so I kind of put some questions together here, just what you guys asked. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. And so it's just going to kind of be a little bit of a life update. So just first want to give some final thoughts of 2023. Man, I absolutely loved 2023. It was a really great year. When I think about it, my main focus was not podcasting. It was YouTube. And then halfway through the year, felt I was supposed to take a sabbatical, took the sabbatical. Coming off the sabbatical, literally felt like God was calling me to do podcasting and then change the name of my podcast because I had already kind of had one about dating content, and then felt We're Talking About just kind of opened up for me to be able to talk about more things. And so anyways, I just look back at 2023, and at the beginning of the year, my word for 2023 was take risk. And I just look back and I just feel like I took a lot of risks. I took a lot of risks financially with my job, my corporate job, only working 24 hours a week, and just stepping out in faith, doing so many other different things and areas in my life. And so yeah, that was just crazy and wild, but I just see God's goodness over everything. And it was so amazing. And so I'm just honestly so thankful to you guys, just for being here. And 2023 was awesome. So I'm excited for 2024. We're a few days in, when this is, going to be airing. I'm already excited and expectant about 2024. I feel like so many times you don't want to be expectant. And I've been there before. Usually at the end of the year, that's kind of sometimes when I hit my slump, I'm okay, I'm done with the year. I'm ready for a new year, because trust me, I've had years where it's been bad and I'm just I'm ready for a new year. Or I've had great years and I'm man, I don't know if anything's going to be able to top this next year. And I think God really worked on me a few years back about being expectant for expectancy. And it's so easy to want to stop not pursuing something or get excited about something because it didn't happen. And then you're afraid to do it, and because you just don't want to get let down again. So you just don't get expectant or excited about that new thing in the new year because you just don't want to be let down. And that is not right. We should not be that way. We need to be expectant for expectancy in our lives for what God is going to be doing. And so I really hope for 2024, you are that, whether you had a crazy bad year in 2023 or it was a great year. I want you to be expectant for expectancy this year for what God has for you. I am still praying about my word for the year. And usually a lot of times I don't really share it with you guys right away. Maybe I will, I don't know. But as of right now, I don't really have a set word that I want for 2024. That is something I've been doing probably the last, 5 to 10 years is just kind of praying at the end of the year and getting a word for the new year. And, it could be anything. It could be just one word. It could be 2 words like it was. It could be a saying or something. And so I really want to encourage you, like if you haven't, like find a word that you want to stand on for that year and, what you feel like God is telling you. I know for me, there was one year that God gave me a word and I just was like, really? Like, I already feel like I am this God, like I don't really need it. And it was amazing how that year, a lot of stuff had went down that I wasn't expecting. And when I looked back at the word God had given me, I had seen that word to be true and I needed that word. And so it's just amazing how God will like give you those words and you just don't know. I know a lot of people are like, expect more in 24. And so I want you to be expectant for what God has for you in this new year. And something I've been doing, we're a few days in now, is 21 days of prayer. I do it with my parents and they do it from Church of the Highlands. And for 21 days, we get up at 6 a.m. and you can always watch the replay later, but I like to get up at 6 a.m. And they just have this, they give you like a word, they have a worship time, and then it's just really time to pray. And it's just kind of a great reset for the new year. And so I love doing that. So I'm hoping in the midst of this time of praying during this 21 days of prayer that hopefully I'm going to get my word for 2024. So you could be like me and you don't have your word yet. Like it's coming. So just be expectant for that. Okay. Another question that you guys had asked. Oh, I guess since I'm kind of talking about 2023, some people had said that I had traveled a lot in 2023, which that is very true. And they wanted to know my favorite trip. So I would say like the first half of the year, I mainly traveled to Iowa, and that was because my little sister was graduating. So I was trying to get back for all of her things. At the beginning of the year, I danced with her at a Dancing with the Stars thing it was like a competition with her dance team. We did that. I came back for her prom and her dance recital, and then I was back for her graduation. And so that was so much fun. I absolutely loved being able to be a part of that. I'm so thankful that my corporate job allows me to travel and be able to do that, work remotely. And so it was perfect. Didn't get to miss out on any of those things. In the summer during my sabbatical, I didn't really travel too much. I did go to Branson in July. That was really fun, and did like Silver Dollar City and boating. So that was fun. And then, so this was probably my favorite trip. Cause like in the fall, I literally was gone. I had a trip every month of 2023. And I'm not going to lie, I left my suitcase just in my room because it was like every 3 weeks I was like hopping on a plane going somewhere. So, but my favorite trip of 2023, which is what you guys were asking, was to Charleston. I went to go visit a friend in South Carolina. She had started a church there. We had met in Tulsa. And so she's originally from South Africa. It was so fun getting to meet her community and just see what God is doing with people there. What's so funny is when she picked me up from the airport, I literally got off the airplane and then she said, we're going to a birthday party. And I was like, okay, great. So then she's like, and we're wearing pajamas. And I was like laughing. So I like literally got off a plane, put on pajamas and went to a birthday party and met like half of her church. So it just was so funny. That's like my first interaction of meeting people was in my PJs, but it was fun. And then I got to see the ocean there. I guess I was like geographically challenged. I didn't realize how close they were to the ocean. And so we got to do like a sunset, at the beach, and it was just absolutely amazing. I hadn't seen the ocean in like a couple years, and so that was really fun to go see that. And then we had like a fun girls' night, and we rode, I don't even know what they're called, but they're like the bicycles where somebody's like giving you a ride and then you're sitting in the back of like this little buggy and you're like sitting on it. We had so much fun. It was so funny because like they're mainly used for people who are drinking and like can't drive. We were not, and we just had the best time and just laughing and singing. And we're just like, take us for a ride. And I literally was adamant. I'm like, it's okay, guys. Like, I don't need this. Like, it's fine. But it's so funny. Like, that is like probably one of my favorite things that we did. And so now I'm like, if you ever see one, like, go do it, because it was such a fun experience. I think also we had like a fun driver, and he was like playing some fun music. So we had a blast like doing that. And so it was honestly such an amazing time. I felt so refreshed. It was, she's a pastor's kid. And so it's just like so awesome to like when you can bond with somebody like right away. And we just had so many great talks, and I felt refreshed after leaving there. So it was just one of those like really fun trips that I would definitely go back to Charleston, South Carolina. So that was so much fun. And then the rest of the year, I got to go to Wisconsin and see my grandma, who I hadn't seen in forever, and my mom's side of the family. And then I was home in Iowa for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so it was just, 2023 just flew by. But I feel like I traveled a lot in 2023. I'm finally able to pack up my suitcase. Actually, not. Well, I will for a little bit. I'm not leaving for like a month and a half. So I am going out to California for a conference, and then have gonna hang out with a friend who lives out there and do something fun. So I'll probably share more about that later. But anyways, so I am excited about that. So kind of have some fun travel plans in 2024. And so let me know, comment below, like, where should I go in 2024? I love to see new places. And so if you have any place that I should go visit, let me know. Okay. Let me see here. What other questions that you guys are asking me? Okay. Book number 2. Book number 2 is happening. If you haven't heard or didn't know, I am a children's author, and I wrote my first children's book and launched it in 2022. And so I found an amazing new illustrator. That was kind of the hard thing with number 2. I had the book written and the idea for a long time now, but I wanted it to be a continuation from my first one. Well, with the first one, my illustrator had lied and said she was in the U.S. and wasn't. She was in a different country. And so the company that I had used her with cut ties with her. So then I couldn't use her anymore. And so I was really hesitant, because the feedback that I had gotten about the first book was everyone loved the illustrations and just how well it looked and everything. And so there was some hesitancy there of like trying to find a new illustrator, because I wanted someone that could mimic what I currently had. And so that was just kind of like a process. It was such a God thing how I met my illustrator. And anyways, it was at a conference in Dallas. So I guess actually I went to Dallas also in 2023. So went to Dallas in 2023 for a conference, met one of my friends who was like a social media friend, ran into her going into the bathroom of all things. But anyways, we were talking. She asked how my book was going. I told her I was trying, had a second book, but I was like, needing to find an illustrator. She's like, contact my friend. And so I was like, oh, okay. I ended up contacting her friend after a phone call. Amazing. Just absolutely just was so excited. It was so much peace, such a God thing. And then she's been working on the images, and so it will hopefully be done in the beginning of this year, which is so crazy to think about. Hopefully here like in a month or so. So then we can start printing and then start selling the second book. So be on the lookout for that, whether you have children or you don't, and you just need like a gift or a baby shower gift. It's going to be great. So I'm so excited for it. And so with it, it was hard, to be honest, to do the second one, because the first one came from such a place of like grief, because it's after my late grandmother and our family farm. And after she passed away, that was like my grieving process. And so it was, it kind of opened up a lot of emotions, and it was hard to almost get started doing the second one. And I think also there is a little bit of fear of failure, because the first one did do well and had such good feedback. And so you want to be able to top that or do the same as the first one. And so there's just been a lot of hesitancy with doing that. And so that's just real life. That's just me, struggles that I've gone through with this process of writing the second book. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good. I guess I could tell you guys what it's about. I haven't even told you what it's about. But it's going to be adventures on the farm, and it's going to be about a garden and colors. And so, yeah. So that's all the teasers I'm going to say for now, because I don't want to say too much, but I am excited for that. So that will be good. And then I was with a publisher, had signed with them last year, and ended up cutting ties with them in 2023 as well. They were going to help out with distribution and everything. I won't say they overpromised, underdelivered, but there was just some things that, I just didn't feel like was working out, and it wasn't cost effective for me. So I went back to just doing the distribution for my book, and I didn't have a lot of time to market and do it. And so I just didn't want to waste money. And so you live and you learn doing things. And so I ended up cutting ties with them and was starting to look at other publishers, which, oh my goodness, that was like an emotion of roller coasters as well. Just because it's tough. It's really tough to get connected with a publisher. And I always say this, it's tough to chase your dream, but not many people do it. And I'm so thankful that I am, and thankful for the people that are around me to encourage me to keep going. But I'm excited for 2024. There'll be more to be able to talk about. But yeah, that's kind of how book number 2 is going. And so I'm excited. And honestly, I'm like, should I be working on book number 3? I don't know. But I love it. Okay, keep going on with the Q&A. Look at me. I'm just like a little chatterbox today. Okay. Oh, okay. Are you dating anybody? Wow, y'all are just get right into it. No, I am currently not dating anybody. I actually, what is so crazy, can't believe I'm going to put myself on blast here, but I'm going to say it. I actually did not date anybody in 2023. And it's not that I didn't want to or didn't try. I wasn't doing dating apps or anything like that. But really what's crazy is it wasn't until like probably November that I realized this. I was like talking to a friend, and I was like, you know what? I actually haven't dated anybody or talked to anybody. Like I wasn't like exclusively talking to anybody, messaging anybody, like nothing all of 2023. And I feel like sometimes like the older you get, you're like, oh my gosh, like I just wasted a year. But I really don't feel that way. Like I honestly feel so content and so happy. Like I said, of course I want that to happen. But I am truly like loving life and just chasing my dreams and living life to the fullest. And I trust God, and I know that it's going to be in the right timing. And so, I did not talk to anybody about 2023, and I'm not dating my type. Oh my goodness, you guys are so funny here. I mean, always love somebody with good calf muscles. So that's always like a joke. But I definitely am looking for, somebody who is family oriented, has a heart for the local church and serving, and I don't know. I mean, there's definitely more characteristics and things like that, but those are like the main things that I am looking for. And I think, I've was even talking with family members about this, like on Christmas Eve. Like it's tough out there. Like there's some crazy people, and I know all on God's right timing, and I believe that for you too. If you're listening and you're single, and maybe you're like me and you didn't date anybody, I don't want you to feel discouraged. Like it is okay, because I can be like that, and I can maybe stop and not want to pray for my future spouse, because I'm like, well, it's not happening. Like, why do I even need to keep praying for them? Like, and you almost like get discouraged, and kind of like how I was talking about being expectant for expectancy. Like, I want you to be encouraged. I want you to stay hopeful for that person. So keep praying for them, because I truly know, like, I don't understand, like why some people could, be a divorced or widower and already found their second person, and then here you are still single, or, that friend that never wanted to get married and they're married before you. Like, I don't understand that, and I don't know why. And it's one of those things, like, I don't think we'll ever know why, but I think you need to just, if you have complete surrender and trust in God, like, I know He has His best interest at heart for you. And so I'm thankful God has protected my heart. And there have been guys that have come into my life, and God has taken them away, and that's good. And, I didn't know why, because I maybe did like them, at first, but then, like, later God definitely reveals, like, that person's not for you, And so I think just to stay encouraged, because it's sometimes hard, especially like around the new year. You just went through all the holidays alone, and now you're starting this new year out alone, but you're not alone. I truly believe we have this whole year to get excited for what God's doing, but you also have to, like, if that's something you're wanting, like, don't just, you need to better yourself. I want my person to see me at my best. And so, that's like a whole different podcast. And so you just kind of wanted to know my dating and love life. You didn't want me to, like, give a speech on, what you should do. But anyways, that's kind of my dating and love life going on right now. I think I'm going to end the Q&A there, because I'm getting a little bit short on time, and I'm kind of getting a little windy. But anyways, I'm excited. I have some really fun guests coming on this year. And if there's any, like, topics or content that you're interested in me talking about, please be sure to message me or comment below so that I know what content you are wanting to see. And it's an exciting time. It's such a new year, new you, time to start setting those goals and, achieving them. I always say set attainable goals, like, because I love to, like, cross it off my list and say that I could do it, but I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really good year. And like I said, I'm so excited that you're here. And so thanks for kind of catching up with me, doing a life update. Haven't done one in a while. And so I figured, what? Got to let the people know what's going on in life. So anyways, I hope that you guys have an amazing new year, and be sure to be back every other Tuesday as I post new episodes of We're Talking About. So I will see you guys later. Bye.